So, so a few amazing things that Alesha's achieved. She received at GTC, she got #1 international sponsor at GTC, international sponsoring, which is a huge achievement. She got #3 for top organizational growth and sponsoring at AAC. She's a 100,000 club achiever. She's also earned AIT twice. She's earned the Elevation Incentive, which was to the Barossa Valley, and she's an ERVP, which means she's also promoted out and a regional vice president as well. So she knows her stuff. She's someone that we can take a lot away from and learn a lot from. And like I said, we're just so privileged to have her. So take it away, babe.
Oh, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for the lovely introduction. I'm super excited to be on here tonight to chat to you all and to meet some of you. I don't actually know if I have met any of you in person. Maybe I have, but I don't see any familiar faces on. But that's super exciting, because if you are new to this business, then you've got lots of amazing things about to happen and coming up for you in the next few months and years in this business, especially with Danny as your coach and support and leader. So tonight, what I'm doing is just going to share with you guys a little bit about my journey and my experience in the business, and then give you my top 5 tips in this business that I do honestly think it is key for you to have growth in your business, and for you to be able to stick it out and achieve those things that you do want to achieve, and hit those goals that you want to and enjoy it along the way, because I think that's really important. And I think it's something that we lose focus of a little bit, is we get so caught up on hitting that goal that we don't actually enjoy the journey along the way. And when we don't do that, we just miss a lot of cool stuff, and we miss, I suppose we lack that gratitude for the small things and the small changes, that even if it is just personal development and growth that comes along within our journey. So I started my business now, hands up by the way if I have met any of you in person, because I can't really see faces that well. And if I obviously at events and that I do meet lots of different people, so it's quite hard to remember names, but I remember faces quite well. So I have been doing my Arbonne business now for just over 5 years. I started just December 2012, and I had just moved to Australia. I had no previous experience in sales or marketing or skincare or cosmetics or nutrition or anything like that. I had come from like working in an office and an accounting background and doing lots of different, I suppose, manual labor jobs, but nothing in that sort of industry when I was offered the opportunity. I saw the opportunity as something that would help me to create an extra income for my family while staying or being able to do it around my children, my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old at the time, and being a stay-at-home mum and doing the things that I wanted to do, but, creating that little bit of extra income. So that's the reason why I started. And, when I was first shared this opportunity, even though I did not know one person in Australia, so imagine that. Imagine you've just moved to a brand new country. You have no family there and no friends because you've just moved there. Not because you're not cool, but because you haven't developed those relationships or those friendships well yet. And you get offered this business in basically social marketing, where you've got to grow a business on the fact that you're great at relationships and you've got a big network, right? So all the odds were really against me, especially because I had no idea about our products, no idea about cosmetics or skincare either. So everything you could say was against me to start with. Yet when I was offered this opportunity, I went home to he was there at the time, and then when my sponsor left, I said to Leon, I'm going to do this business. And Leon's my husband. And he said, oh, let's just talk about it first. And I said, we can talk about it, but I'm going to do it. And I remember vividly saying this. I said, I will make it work. Those words actually came out of my mouth. And that was a starting point for me. And it's something that I see that lacks a lot when people start the business. They have all this fear around the success that they're going to be able to create, or the income they're going to be able to create, or how successful they could become in this business. They have a lot of fear associated with that. And if they're even able to do it, whereas when I was offered the opportunity, I just thought to myself, well, if she can do it, I can do it. What's the difference? yes, she had a massive network. Yes, she had experience. She had traveled the world, like all this thing going for her, and I had everything against me. But I think thought to myself, well, she's just a normal person. If she can do it, why can't I do it? I can learn. So I had this really positive mindset from day one. I thought, well, I will go and make friends. I will go and meet people. I will build these relationships. I'll put myself into situations where I can meet new people and develop those rapports with them, so that at some point I can then see how can this business fit into their life, whether it just be through product or whether it be through the Arbonne opportunity. So I had that focus right from the start. And just on the side note, if you have just started this business or you've been doing it for a little while and you may feel a little bit stuck, always know that you can change it, that you can switch it around just from having that positive mindset and thinking, well, what situation can I put myself in, or circumstance can I put myself in where I'm going to meet new people, where I can actually talk to different people and grow relationships with them, and then at some point see how Arbonne can fit into their life, whether it be product or whether it be the business opportunity. You might meet people and go, oh, there's no way that I'm going to talk to them about the business because I don't want to work with them. I don't want to be their friend, and we have that sometimes. There's people that we clash with and we're not on the same vibe with. So put yourselves into those situations to meet new people. That was a focus that I had right at the start. So I jumped in. I put myself in different situations. I put the girls into kindy a couple of days a week so that I could meet the kindy mums and the kindy teachers, and I shared the products, and I asked to do product presentations. I asked to leave tote bags. I left samples. I did do quite a few product presentations through the kindy, through the teachers. I had consultants join, like teachers join as consultants. Through them I had mums try the products and them join as consultants as well. And my business sort of just started growing and growing and growing. And I remember thinking back then, and I just loved it. I loved every moment of it. I was so passionate about it, super excited. I didn't have that fear really associated with the business. I was so excited to get my first paycheck of $2.60 for my first month. I was so stoked. And then my second paycheck was like $16, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, I'm actually doing this. Are you serious? We do actually get paid. This is not a scam. I remember saying that. And then I think my third paycheck was $120, and that was like, oh my goodness. Then my fourth month was like $400, and I was like, that was my goal. $100 extra a week was my goal when I started. So when I hit that, I remember walking in and saying to Leon, my husband, oh my goodness, I just got paid $400. And to me, that was a lot because I was having so much fun. It didn't really feel like work, right? And from the start, that was my goal, to earn $100 a week to help out with the family, like groceries and that. And I said to him, well, if I can earn $400, I could earn like $1,000. Like if I can do that with what I'm doing now, I could build it and earn $1,000. So that next month, my next check was like $1,400. And that's when it hit me. I was like, this is a legitimate business. In that process, I'd become a district manager. I didn't even really know what a district manager was, but I was just doing the do. I wasn't getting overwhelmed. I wasn't getting caught up in all the stuff that goes through our head. I was just doing the activity and enjoying it and being passionate about the product and the opportunity, and people were joining me even though I didn't even know them. I was just friendly, chatty. I grew those relationships. I was really authentic. I shared honestly what the products did, what I enjoyed about them, why I started this business, and where I saw myself going in this business, and what I was creating with it, and what it was allowing me to do in my life at that point. Like just really authentically, honestly doing that. I wasn't overhyping it, and I wasn't underselling it either. And people loved that. So, sorry, 1 second. The heat is just on me. It's making me boiling. So that was like right at the start of my journey. And as it continued to grow, I went to area manager within sort of 9 months of starting my business. And then I think 3 or 4 months after that, I promoted out an area manager, and she was a firecracker. She was amazing. We had so much fun together. She grew such an amazing business. I thought, I'm going to go region like straight away. I went to GTC, and that's when Danny and I met. Danny thinks that we met first time at GTC, but we actually met before that. We actually met at Amy Watson's car presentation, and Danny was a district manager, and I remember her saying to me that she was going to quit the business. She probably told you this story before, but I remember her saying she's going to quit the business. And I think just after that, she went and did a presentation for Nicole Barrett, who you guys would know, and that's when that whole journey happened, and Danny absolutely skyrocketed from there. Do you remember that, Danny?
Sorry, I was logging into the kids' Netflix. I missed that.
No, we actually met at Amy Watson's car presentation, and you were a district manager, and you were like, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think you were like, I'm going to give it one more go. And then after that, you did Nicole Barrett's thing. And then Danny promoted to a region before I did.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think, but I was in like an area manager at the point of meeting Danny. So isn't it crazy how everyone's got different growths and different speeds of hitting different levels in their Arbonne business and journey, but it's all our own individual journey. Then I went to GTC and I had this amazing business. I was like, we are freaking rocking it. I was doing like 30,000, 35,000 QV, went to GTC, came home, and then my area manager, who was a gun, literally disappeared. Like, didn't hear from her. And we were like best mates too. So it was really weird. Didn't even hear from her as a friend either for months. But I then had to step in and help coach and train all of her team, obviously, because she had moved away. So that happened. Along the process, people had come and people had gone. I did end up sponsoring the first person I sponsored, right? She left straight away, but before she left, she sponsored someone, and that person sponsored someone, and all the way down to about 8 people down. And then this firecracker came in, about 8 people down from the first person I sponsored. And I worked with her over the next sort of 15 months, and she promoted to region. And she was amazing. She was amazing in the business. Unfortunately, she left for another company. So people come and people go, but as a regional vice president,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she decided to leave and go with another company. At that point, a lot of she did take quite a lot of my team as well, which was really sad. But that's just life and what happens. And at that point that she was leaving, this was in January 2000. So I'm sharing my ups and downs, right, with you guys to hopefully inspire you that no one's journey is super smooth and perfect, and it may look like that, but it's not. But we all go through things where it really challenges us, but the challenges actually grow us to be a better person and a better leader and a better business partner and a better coach and a better wife and mum and all that sort of stuff as well. Because it really helps develop your strength and your mindset in life and in business. So just before she left, I was about to lose my region. I was about 2,000 or 1,500 QV I had in my maintenance account. I was about to lose it, and I remember saying to Leon, I just had a baby, so I had an 8-week-old baby. I was, you know what it's like when you have an 8-week-old baby, you kind of are just like not coping. And I remember saying, it's okay, if I lose it, that's fine. I'll just like quit, like I'll just leave the business and just walk away. Because by then, this had been my 3rd time of having to rebuild my entire business from people or team leaving the business. This is my 3rd time, and I was tired. I was like, I've had enough. This is not fun anymore. It's been 3 years and this keeps happening. What's going on? So I was like, I'm not going to maintain this month. I'm going to fall out. And then I found out my regional vice president was leaving to go to a different company, which was a shock as well. But thank goodness she did it all the right way. And she actually resigned as a consultant with Arbonne instead of trying to do both, which meant that her business then came into my central region, which at the time really was a blessing because her heart wasn't in the business anyway, but my heart was, and I did want to help a team grow. I was just exhausted. So she left at that time, and the same day I also found out that Arbonne was launching into New Zealand. So that for me was like, right, I have to sort myself out, pick up my A game. My entire network's in New Zealand. Like, this is my opportunity. This is my chance. So the day that I was like, okay, I'm going to fall out of region. I'm going to lose my entire business. It's okay. I'll just quit. I also found out my regional vice president was resigning. She resigned that day. And then that afternoon, I found out that we're launching into New Zealand. So it was like a massive day of emotions and like, what do I even do? Anyway, I decided, you know what? I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for this because New Zealand is mine. this is my chance. I've fought for 3 years in a country that I do not know one person and got to where I am now. This is my chance to absolutely explode my business. So just to give you an idea, in February 2016, I did like 6,000 QV in my central region. We're meant to do 40,000. In March, I did 38,000. In April, I did, I think, about the same, 38,000. May, I did like 41 maybe. And in June, we launched into New Zealand, and I did 98,000 in my region. So I went from doing like 5,000 to 98,000 within like 3 or 4 months. And that was honestly my mind. Like I had made a decision. What is even more crazy, I did 78,000 QV in my central district. 78,000 QV. Are you serious? That was crazy. So from then, you know, my business has had little ups and downs, but it has really maintained that growth and that strength at that point. But I could have left. I could have lost it and walked away in February when I was like, had enough. But I decided to fight for it and make that comeback. So when you have these struggles in your business and these doubts and these obstacles that hit you, that was the 4th time I rebuilt at that point, the 4th time, you know, and I could have walked away after 3 or 4 years in the business. I was just tired. I had loved lots of it, mind you. Like, don't get me wrong, I love so much of it. But when you're in a business like this, it does come down. It does come down to you. It does come down to your mindset. It's not a normal business. It's not a normal job. But that's why we get paid so well and recognized so well and given what we are given and gifted in this business, is because we are doing something that most people don't want to do and most people won't do. But in the process, we are helping ourselves, we are helping our family, and we're helping so many other people around us and in our network to create the same thing in their life, which is freedom and choices. And that's what I'm really, really passionate about. I don't really mind what someone's goal is in Arbonne, whether it's to be a millionaire, whether it's to make an extra few $100s a month. That doesn't worry me. My job is to help them have more choices in their life. Because if you don't have choices, you're not really living, right? You're kind of like in a bit of a prison, so to speak, because you feel like you got no choice. How does it feel when you're like, I've got no choice but to go to this job that I hate? How does it feel? Like restrictive, right? So our job is to open our mouths and give away this gift, give away this opportunity. And you might not right now see the power of this business, but all you need to do is look at Danny and look at Nicole and Cherie and Kelly and like me and any other VPs that you know of, and look at how their lives have changed because of this business, and think, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Nothing different between them and me. Like, we've both got a mouth and we've both got skin. Like, that's what you need to do this business. Surprise. You know, and just get stuck in and do it, and just know that anything that you're going through now, we've been through it probably 10 times over, because we've just been doing it a bit longer, and we've just worked out ways to really fight through those challenges and to come out the other side even stronger and better, and have that comeback. So if you're going through struggles in your business, or you're not yet and you're all in the rosy stage and it's amazing, things might come up. But just know it's just for a short period of time, and give yourself some grace. And it's how fast we come back. So it's disciplining. I'm going to talk about this in my tips, actually. I should focus on that. Disciplining your disappointments. So now, 5 years down the track, I'm an executive regional vice president, have a regional vice president who is amazing and is in the business now. So I've promoted 2 regional vice presidents, one who left at some point and one who's still in the business now and absolutely rocking it. You might know her, Bianca Bailey. You might have heard her name or seen her name, but she's an incredible leader in my business. And yeah, have such a beautiful team here in New Zealand and Australia. Now, this business for me, just so you guys know, has given us so much choices. It has taken the financial pressure off us like you would not believe. We've been able to travel all over the country in Australia, New Zealand, US, Thailand, Bali, like everywhere with our family, which we'd never done ever before. We're able to just pick up and leave Australia and move over here for a few months, and then as of like 3 days ago, we decided to move here permanently, which I'm now regretting at the moment because it's like 5 degrees. And I'm like, I have not felt this cold for the last 5 years. I don't even know what to do with myself. But we'll be fine. We'll be okay. But, I just think I think people don't have these choices. People can't just, everyone's like, well, what are you going to do for work? Like, what about Leon with his job? And I said, well, he's not tied down to a job in Australia. He just contracts, so he can come and go as he pleases. And I said, and I have business that is in New Zealand and Australia, so how I can run it anywhere basically, as long as I have Wi-Fi, I can run my business. So they're really quite shocked that we can just pick up and go. And when I really started hearing them saying that to me, it really made me feel super grateful for what I do have, and realizing that it's what a lot of people don't have, is that freedom and that choice to be able to actually do what they want with their life and when they want as well, and not be tied into a boss or a situational circumstance that you're not really entirely happy with. So that's where we're at now. We're in New Zealand, and we've got so much choice and opportunity that we never ever had 5 years ago, and so much growth I think has happened through the last 5 years. So I wanted to share with you guys my top 5 tips in this business. I actually thought I couldn't talk for more than 10 minutes, and then I realized what the time is. Oh, that always happens. I can actually talk for way longer than I think. So my top 5 tips in this business, and this is going to help if you're brand new in the business, and it's also going to help if you are not brand new in the business as well. So number 1, if it gets a bit tough, quit for a day, not for good. Just think, I'm just going to have today off. That's it. Just today. Take some time, regroup, look at your why, think forward 5 years from now and think, will you be happy if you quit and walk away? Where will you be if you don't? Okay? What will life look like? Arbonne is like an airplane, you guys. And what happens when we jump on an airplane and go for a holiday wherever we're going? Maybe GTC in Vegas, which I'm going to talk about in a second as well. Along the way on your airplane ride, there's always bumps and turbulence, right? Well, normally. But if we just stopped and we're like, no, there's bumps and turbulence, turn around, go back, we'll never end up at our destination. And Arbonne's the exact same thing. You're going to have bumps and turbulence along the way. Don't turn the plane around. Just keep going. Otherwise, you'll never make it to reach your destination. So adaptability is what you're going to need in this modern day business. So quit for a day, not for good. Number 2 is take responsibility for your business. As you grow a big business, you'll start finding, and I've experienced this so many times, and then I've got to check myself, you start relying on your team. You start saying, what business are they going to do? What QV are they going to do? Well, what activity are they doing? So from the very start and all throughout your business, take responsibility for it yourself. So focus on you and you. And this is what I really did when I was about to lose my region. I thought, do you know what? If there's anyone that's going to fix this and turn this around, it's me. I've got to get into activity. I've got to work. And I've kept that mindset the whole way through, and always focused on you and you. So new PCs, new consultants joining your business and directly to you. And this is the way that you protect your business from natural attrition. Do you guys know what natural attrition is? Natural attrition in a business like this is what happens is people come and people leave, and people come and people leave, and it's just what happens basically. So to protect yourself from natural attrition, or you're always going to be wanting to bring in new, fresh blood, whether it be consultants or PCs into your business. And if you continue to do that through your journey, you will be able to protect your business. You won't have a big drop in your business. You won't lose your title or your title, whatever level you're at in your business. You'll have little dips and rises throughout normal business life. But if you continue to focus on the new and you and become independently productive, you're not going to rely on your team, and you're going to be able to protect it and continue that growth. If you're not working consistently, you're going to feel like you're working constantly. So that's something to remember as well. Number 3 is be coachable. If you are willing to learn, no one can stop you. But if you're unwilling to learn, no one can help you. So are you showing up on all the calls that are available? Are you taking the advice that Danny's giving you, or your upline is, or your coach is giving you? Are you putting your hand up and asking for help? Like, that's a big thing as well. Are you reading and are you listening to audios? Are you actually being coachable? Write that down. If you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. And that was me. I was ignorance on fire at the start. Danny was, the same once she got going. Once she got over herself and decided that she's going to really give it a go. Ignorance on fire and being hungry to learn and being coachable, taking on whatever information or help we could take. Right? And that's always showing up, even if we weren't seeing the results, always showing up and implementing what we were learning. Number 4, some will, some won't, so what next? I literally got told this the very first day I signed into the business, and they just said, remember, some will, some won't, so what next? No emotion, doesn't matter. Do not get emotional about people leaving or quitting the business or people saying no to you. Honestly, that is the biggest, I think, thing that people struggle with in this business is the rejection. Right from the start, it did not faze me. It didn't worry me. I thought they were crazy, to be honest. I was like, are you actually listening to what I'm saying to you right now? Because if you were, you wouldn't be saying no to me. But I was just like, oh, well, they're bad. They're missing out. And now I look back and I'm like, oh, they're still exactly where they were 5 years ago because they didn't want to listen to me. So don't get emotional about people leaving your business. Just get excited about those that are joining and the people that you can help moving forward and in the future. Discipline your disappointments. So doing that, like working out how well you take disappointments and rejection and everything, is to see how fast you actually bounce back from a rejection. So discipline those. Natural attrition, like I mentioned, means that they might walk away. People might, leave the business, but our job is to keep sharing this business and our opportunity, and always have new frontline to work with that are hungry for it. So if you've got new frontline that you're working with, or people that you're helping to grow to district or helping to grow to area, when someone decides to leave, you're actually too busy helping other people to get caught up in your own head and your own sadness about someone leaving the business. So act on instinct, not on impulse. Always be in control of your emotions when you're doing this business, and don't be reactive. We don't always need to be right or liked or joined. And when you're clear about your why, you'll continue to be fueled. Or if you're clear about your purpose or what you're actually doing in this business and your long-term goal, you'll be fueled by your purpose. Okay? And number 5 is be on fire. Be passionate about this opportunity and this product. If you're not passionate about it, it's going to be painful. It's going to be hard to do this business if you're not passionate about the product or the opportunity. Okay, and if you're not, how do you expect anyone else to join you and be excited about it? They're not going to be. So be that little bit more fun, a little bit more excited, a little bit more happy, a little bit more positive. Share what this opportunity can do for people. Do it authentically. Don't fake it. Don't fake it till you make it. I hate that saying, but do it authentically. Be proud of the opportunity that you have and the business that you have and the opportunity that you have, and passionately share that with other people and in a really authentic way. Be so hungry to change your own current life that nothing holds you back. And it's not about being ungrateful for what you have now and where you're at now, but be hungry for that change. Remove the safety net. Be more focused on the consequences of not doing this business or not doing the actions needed to grow this business. We build a business to allow people to have a life of freedom and choices, right? That's why we do this business, for ourselves, and then to allow other people to do that. So think, as John O'Leary says, it's my life and I'm responsible for it. No one's going to save you. So let's just get out and save ourselves and save other people at the same time. Take other people with us. So that's all from me, guys.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, honey. I just love how real you are and how authentic you are, and that you just share it with truth. You know, there's no covering up stuff and trying to make it sound more beautiful than it is. And it's like, it is a business. This is a legit business, and it's something to be so passionate about. There are so many things about this industry and what it's done for me that gives me passion. And I remember people saying to me, how can you be passionate about it? What are you, like licking your shampoo bottles? I was like, no. So I'm passionate about what it can do. You know, I'm so like, to be able to retire my husband and watch him start up his own business, that's made me so passionate to help other people be able to do that. Do you know how many people sit at home dreaming about a business they'd love to do, but they can't do it? Like, how cool is this? This can literally be that for them, but we don't know who they are if we're not out and asking. And I love how Alesha said, put yourself in a situation where you're going to meet people. It's just, that's it. We're network marketers, you know. You've got to be willing to network for sure. So did you say that you wanted to say something about GTC, babe?
Yes, I do. So who here is going to GTC?
No, I don't think we're heading over there.
Okay, so for the first year ever, they've never done it before. You guys might have got emails about it. You all should have. But they've released GTC Virtual, which allows you to actually be a part of the entire event for like $99 US. And with that, you get the free cellular renewal cream. So it's something like, it ends up costing you like $20 or $30 basically for the entire weekend of training. So if you are actually legitimately serious in any way, shape or form about this business or being successful in this business, you would be buying that ticket for sure. So something that we're doing with our team is people that are sort of near or local within the 2 hour sort of range of me. We are doing like a GTC party, like event that we're all coming and watching on one screen. So one of us sort of buys it, but we all come and pay $10 and we all bring a plate of food as well. And we're doing a GTC party where we can all watch it together and get that vibe and that energy together. So we're doing that down here in New Zealand, in Wellington area. And I think there's about 15 of us so far coming. But it means that not everyone has to buy it. But if you can organize that, like how fun would that be? Get balloons and like just everything. Have champagne and have all your nibbles and food. Just do it together. If you can't be close to someone, like some of my girls can't, they're buying it because they're serious about their business, but circumstances this year have not allowed them to attend. So you guys, honestly, it's so worth the money and investing in yourself. That $100 US, it might be like what, 140, 150 Australian or something like that once you pay for it. I'm not sure exactly how much it is Australian. 145 Australian, there you go, how much it is. And that's like 3 days of training. Like 2 days of training, sorry. But how amazing is that to get all that sort of training for 145 when most people, to be honest, if you were going to Vegas by yourself and to do GTC, easily $5,000 minimum to actually attend in person, $4,000 to $5,000 for accommodation, flights, spending money, and the event and everything like that. So for $145 and you get all the like the good stuff from it, what would you call it?
The juice.
the good juice. All the golden stuff from it. It's worth it, you guys. So jump on that, grab your ticket, or organize an event where you do it all together, and you'll see your business explode. After I went to GTC in 2014 was my first one, and that's when Danny and I were brand new area managers, and there was only a few of us at that one, wasn't there? Like 9 or 10 of us out of the whole entire executive nation. I went home and was like, I'm going region. Like it's happening. And then like, I don't know, the 5 months after that, we promoted to region. But if I didn't go to Vegas, I wouldn't have seen the big picture. And I wouldn't have seen what's possible and how, well, if they can do it, then I can do it, you know, and hearing their stories and their journeys inspires you to carry on in your own as well. So that's my little promoting GTC.
Yay, that was awesome. It really is. GTC changed everything for me too. I thought I got the business and I thought I understood it and I thought I understood the company. And when I went to GTC, I realized that it was so much bigger than I thought it was. And the company is just the most beautiful company I'm so proud to represent. And, you know, when you hear our speakers speak at GTC, you're hearing from people who are earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, literally. And they're, you know, what I love about this business in comparison to traditional business is there is no way the person earning that much money would want to share that with you. you might take their job, whereas in our business, they're like raining on you, especially at GTC. This is how I did it. This is how I did it. This is how I did it. You can do it too. If I can, you can. And it's so cool and empowering to be a part of that. And they're just exceptional leaders, men and women from all over the world. And I love all the different accents and all the different techniques. And you can really find your groove by realizing that not everyone runs their business the exact same way, so it's cool to find your niche, and find who melts with you and who's, it really empowered me. So get your ticket, guys. I've got mine. If I was close to you guys, I'd so throw a GTC party. If you guys were all willing to drive to me, I am out in the middle of whoop whoop. We could do that. But seriously, and I know a few of your faces on here are in Brizzy. A handful of you guys, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of you. Oh no, Jackie's Gold Coast. 4 of you are Brizzy. So 5 of you are Brizzy. Yeah, like that could be something really great you ladies could do together one night. What a great way to meet each other too. And I know Anita told me today she's got her ticket. She's going to ask a prospect to come over and watch a bit with her. So cool. So cool. That's brilliant. That's exactly what you want to do with this. Utilize it. Show them exactly what we're a part of. Oh, yay. Well, you come over, Jackie. Let's do it. I'll get the dates and we'll organise something for sure, though. But tonight was awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on and talking to us, Leash. I appreciate it so much. We loved hearing from you. And yeah, have a great Wednesday night, everyone. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.